Sell the MSI Wind as the only computer that's going to be bundled with the Fonera 2.0 starting today in Spain, Italy and France for 379 euros. The reason why we did this is because I did a lot of testing with different computers, and I'm starting here showing you the side of an Acer, a MacBook Air, the MSI Wind and the EE-PC of Asus, and I'm also going to show you the same comparison from above, and that will give you a sense that the EE-PC is the smallest, followed by the MSI Wind, and then that the MacBook Air is similar to an Acer. Now the difference though in the keyboards, it is absolutely crucial in the sense that it is very difficult to type on an EE-PC while it's easy on an MSI Wind. Let me open them. Now they're all open, and you can see that of course it's very convenient if you like Windows Vista, which I don't myself, but if you do, to use a computer like this Acer Aspire 4710, because the screen is big, the keyboard is big, but there's always this trade-off between portability and usability. The MacBook Air went for being very light and very thin, and it actually has an extremely comfortable keyboard. But the reason why I prefer the MSI Wind so much more to the MacBook Air, in spite of the fact that the MacBook Air costs 1,500 euros and this one we're going to sell for 379 euros, including the Fonera 2.0, is because the MSI Wind, I have it so that it runs Mac, it runs Ubuntu, and it runs Windows. Okay, I basically got 160 gigabytes of hard drive, split 80 I left for Mac, 40 for Windows XP, and 40 for Ubuntu. Now why would I do that? Because I use mostly Mac. And as you can see, I have the iMac and I have a lot of Apple products, but then on my phones I have Blackberries, Nokias, iPhones, and actually the iPhone of course speaks perfectly well with the MacBook Air, but the Nokias and the Blackberry have very poor software, so that's when to deal with Mac, so that's with OS X, and that's when I change and I use Windows on the MSI Wind. Now the MSI Wind is off, I turn it on, and when I turn it on, the way it's been configured is that I have a choice to turn it on as a Mac, as a Windows machine, or as an Ubuntu, a Linux machine. So there it gives me the choice, Ubuntu, Windows, or Mac. And I say Mac, and it quickly becomes a Mac. And then the other thing that I find extremely annoying of the MacBook Air is that it only has one USB port, one pathetic USB port, and then this other port here which is basically useless. It also has one sound, it doesn't have sound input, it only has sound output. Now the MSI Wind instead has one USB, one SD, which I find so useful for photography, an RGB for an external monitor, an input and an output, an Ethernet, which the MacBook Air doesn't have Ethernet, and then it has two more USBs here. Okay, and now it's been putted as a Mac. So these are the main reasons why we chose to sell the MSI Wind as the Fonera computer combined with the Fonera for 379, now available in Italy, France, and Spain. And I'm sorry if you feel this whole thing is an infomercial, but believe me, I tested a lot of computers before making this decision, and I love the MSI Wind.